Welcome back, everybody. As you probably guessed from the title of the video, we're going over this month's Olight flash sale. If you clicked on the video and you're upset by that, I don't know what to tell you. Stop clicking on videos like that make you upset. Regardless, we're going to go through the items that are up this month for sale. So this is a new one. This is their O lamp. And basically we have our controls down here at the bottom, and then we have the USB-C charger in there, and it also has a power bank inside there, so it doesn't need to be plugged in. When you want to use it, you can press down and go to white light for some area light, press up and work through a number of different colors. You guys will see what this looks like at night here in just a second. And then we can also use this little piece here, which is the reading light. And it has two modes, obviously on and off, but you can shake it to switch through the modes, and there you go. Now it is on. Additionally, you can put the several other lights there, like the baton that we're going to talk about here, and work it on there. It's compatible, and that will also serve as a charger. You can adjust the angle of it, as you can see. You can also put the O bulb on there if you want more area lighting. Shake it. There you go. And it's off. So that is the lamp. This thing is super sticky on a flat surface. It's very difficult to move. You will not knock it over. I can promise you that much. But again, new product for this month for reading or whatever you might want to use a lamp for. On to the more traditional products. We have this guy here. This is a Warrior 3 X, and obviously it is a tactical type of light. It has a 1-inch body, so that way you can weapon mount it if you want to. It does come with this little device here that you can use for a number of different reasons. It is steel, or aluminum rather, I should say, not steel. So if you want to use it as an impact device, it certainly would work. Additionally, out here at the front of the gun there, or excuse me, at the light, we also have our little glass breaking pieces there, so breaking glass very easy with this if you want to. Up front there we have that large heat sink because it is a very powerful light that you guys are about to see here in just a second. It's almost 80,000 candela, so it gets hot if you use it like that. We have our tail cap tape switch, our tail cap activation switch if I could talk, and you can low press for momentary, or if you low press quickly it will go into constant, and if you hard press quickly it will go into constant high, and of course you can press and hold for momentary on high as well. It does have the ability to be used with a tape switch if you want to do that. Just how Olight makes tape switches for rifle mounted use, you can do so. Of course, everything is going to, you also charge it there, which most of you probably already know at this point, so it's rechargeable. And the threads there are O-ring sealed and lubricated, and of course it works with the battery that they've been using for a long time, the 5000 mAh battery, rechargeable, so you get pretty good runtime if you want to use it in low, but obviously in high that runtime goes down, as one would imagine. Additionally, the kind of colors for this sale this month seem to be blue as a theme, and we have this one here, which is the Seeker 3. It's kind of an EDC style light. It does come with a holster as well as a lanyard if you want to run it through there. Of course, it is tail cap rechargeable. These tail caps, for folks that don't know, are magnetic, so you can stick it on anything and it will stay there, anything that is magnetic, of course. And it has several different modes that you can work through here. It automatically locks itself out when it is dormant or not used for 30 seconds. So in order to unlock it, you just twist that 90 degrees, and at this point you can work through the different modes of the light. And we also have our battery indicator. On the right side, it shows 4, which is full, and then our status indicator, so low, medium, high, turbo, depending on how you interface with it. But this is a more of a floody light than this one is, as you guys will see here in just a second when we get to the beam comparison, but it uses the same battery, and again, O-ring sealed and lubricated threads, has these rubber inserts here on the side, and again, not really designed for tactical use, unlike the other one there. And then we have the Baton 3. This is not the actual color of this month's, but it's going to stand in. So basically we have our rechargeable tail cap, our two-way clip, so you could wear it on a baseball hat or something like that, should you choose to do that. And then we have our activation button, and basically you just work through all the different modes that you guys are going to see here in a second, and double click for turbo. And it is an extremely high output light for a light of this size. Again, just to kind of give you an idea of the size of these two, totally different size and use characteristics. Additionally, we do have the Array 2S. So this is their headlamp. And I actually use this one all the time, but you can see there it has the ability to change the angle of it there, depending on what you're working on or anything like that you want to go hands-free on. I wear it when I'm walking at night because here it is very, very dark. It is USB-C rechargeable, comes with that USB-C charger, and this is our battery pack on here. So it's a 26 mAh battery pack. It lasts a long time. This thing has some serious runtime, and one thing that's interesting about it as well, if you want to use this for like maybe bike riding or whatever at night, is that this is illuminated when it's on with red, so that way people behind you can see you as well. Obviously, you can adjust the strap to the size of your head, and it has a throw mode, a flood mode, and then a red light mode if you guys are in need of that. We have two O pens. This one here is the O pen mini. So this is not a light, it's just a small aluminum pen. Obviously, you could use it for a myriad of things, to include writing, as well as other things in non-permissive environments. Same is true for the O pen here. This is the Pro model, so what that means is it has a laser activated mode on there, as opposed to the older one, which didn't. And then, of course, you can work through the different lighting modes here that you guys will see in just a second. But of course, we also have the ability to write, and it is all aluminum, and as you can see, would certainly work as an improvised impact device should you choose to do so. So with that, let's check out the actual beam patterns of all of these lights. And of course, if I didn't say it already, the link for the sale will be down below in the video description to pick all of this stuff up. But again, let's check out those beams. First up for the beam comparison is going to be the Seeker Pro 3. And basically just kind of give you guys an idea, that bush right there that's right in front of you is maybe 5 yards from me. Those trees right over there, 15, 20 in those bushes. And then that palm tree over there, probably about 30 yards from here. And then all the way out, we have a dead tree that is way, way out there, and we will show you that here in just a second. But this, again, is the Seeker Pro 3, and this is on high. And we'll just work through the different modes here for you and let you know what that looks like. I should also note that I have my camera set on manual to as close to what I see with my human eye as possible. We have about a half of a moon today, half full moon, so there is some noise light that's coming from the sky, but hey, real world conditions. So with that, we'll cycle through the modes. This is the low mode. You can see here, obviously you're gonna get a really long battery life, but you don't have as much power, and just holding the button down. Up into medium, there's a lot of light there coming out for sure, and hold it again to high where we just were, and you guys can get an idea of what kind of light output you can get. And then if you double click it, we will go into turbo. There we go, if I can actually do it right. And we will zoom in and show you what you get there with that 15,000 candela. You get a lot of throw for sure. That dead tree is really far up. And you guys can get an idea here of the beam pattern. Right over there, the bushes on the left, you can see that hot spot is probably about, I don't know, 12 to 15 feet wide. But of course, I'll put the light out in front so you guys can actually see it. You guys can see the output there. You're getting pretty much 180 degrees of output in terms of spill, but still 15,000 candela, so there's some power there. Now we'll turn it on the low mode for the Warrior X3, and you guys can see the low, again, just kind of compared in terms of beam pattern to what you just saw, a much, much more focused hotspot as well as a focused spill. You can see that outer ring there very easily, and again, very throwy for sure, tons of candela. And when we actually hit the back button and turn it on all the way up, you can see that thing is a thrower. For a handheld light, it's pretty darn impressive in that regard. See if I can actually move my camera a little bit. So you can see if there's something out there at the base of that tree, you'd be able to easily identify it. And the trees behind that dead tree are at least 200 yards away, probably more. I will range them and annotate that here. But they are way out there, and you can definitely see stuff just fine with your human eye, just like you can here when I'm zoomed in. So it definitely gives you a lot of situational awareness at distance. Here we have the output of the Array 2 headband. This one is with both the flood and the throw, but both on low. And we'll sort of work through the modes there. You guys can see considerably brighter when we put it over there into medium. And you guys can see out there with both lights on, it's getting some pretty good overall situational awareness here in the backyard. And we'll turn it up on high. And there you go. Again, that is with both the throw and the situational awareness floody beam on there. Again, I'll sort of throw it up there in front of you so you guys can get an idea there of the angles and then the amount of output that we're getting, and then we'll work it through into the red mode. When the headlamp is on, you just double click the button there and that will switch between modes. So now we're in the red mode and we'll go through the different amounts of output there. That's low, medium, and then we'll hold it again to get it in high. Oops, went too far. There we go. That is high red. The camera is actually doing a pretty darn good job of what it actually looks like here with the human eye again. And double click it and we'll go back into just the flood being on here with this one. So it's just the floodlight in low and then bumping it up through the different levels. Medium, high. And here we have the output from the Baton 3 little compact light in low. Work through the modes, and there we have our medium and then our high. And again, this is a super compact little light that you guys are seeing this coming out of. And if we double click it, that is the turbo mode from a light about the size of a lot of batteries. So we'll just kind of show you what that looks like. If we zoom in there, you can see it's definitely not got the candela of some of the larger lights, but for a light of this size, that is pretty crazy. And again, at the hot spot there on those bushes, probably about 12, 15 feet again, and it's giving you pretty much 180 degrees of light with the spill there on the outside. You guys should be able to see the green laser there from that O pen. It's got some pretty decent throw out there, but you can't really see it when we get out in that far wood line. It kind of disappears here to the human eye. But with that, we go ahead and just work through the light itself. You guys should be able to see there we have the O pen up, and we're just going to work through the different cycles of light. Now here, again, with my human eye, I can actually see a good bit of light. I can identify the bush in front of me and a little bit more than that, but the camera's not really picking that up. But we'll turn it up here and let you guys see that there. You guys can see it's got a good bit of light if we actually get to the high mode. Oops. There we go. In terms of output, definitely a whole lot brighter than what you'd get from an iPhone. The lamp here is going to be pretty hard to capture on camera simply because of the close-in nature of it. But if you guys probably can see some things out there that it'll plant. But again, here in like a workspace, I could see everything just fine here. And then if you want to work through the different color modes, oops. I actually could hit it right. It kind of goes through all the different colors as you guys can see, or it will stay in a rainbow state like that. To turn it off, obviously, you can just click off. Oops, if you double click it though, it will go back on. And then our little light bulb here that sits on the top. And then for the attachment portion here, you guys can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. It's a very tight light, and obviously it's designed to go like that and just illuminate a book. And you can put it in whatever position you want. Of course, you can put the other lights there like we already talked about. And of course, if you want to just kind of see the throw of that, you guys can see it there. Again, that's when, of course, it's on the magnetic cap. But you can also take it off and then at any point just shake it, if I can do it, and it goes off like so. So that is the lamp, basically the output summarized. Now that y'all have seen the output of the lights, that's really all I have for you. If you like the type of video and you're not subscribed, which I would imagine is not a ton of people watching this video, hit the subscribe button. Outside of that, I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.